Oh, it says I'm live on YouTube.
Mine does too.
Yeah.
Oh, and I've got my horrible hair on YouTube. Hold on. Do that.
I'm thinking I should have
I'm
thought
going
about
off
this
now.
before I forgot about the YouTube thing.
There.
It's all
well.
good.
Okay. So I'm
Oh,
still,
well.
here, but I'm muted and I'm not really here, but away you go. You're on your meeting now.
Okay. It's 6 o'clock, so I will call the Nipissing Township Museum board meeting to order. Do we have any declaration of pecuniary interest?
No,
No, okay. You've all looked at the agenda. Would somebody like to accept the agenda?
I will.
I can.
Okay, so that will be Gladys and Brenda, or Gladys and Linda. Would somebody
Yep.
like to accept the previous minutes? I'll go
I will,
Linda
and Gladys
and
second.
Gladys, okay? Okay, so the first thing on the agenda will be the opening. So we received word last week that museums, galleries, heritage sites could begin to open. Now, we don't have a pandemic plan in place yet. So my suggestion is that we don't open. But, and I'll speak of this further down, we did receive one of the grants for the student. So I'm suggesting that we bring the manager in and the one student that we received the grant for, and have them do cataloging and any maintenance that may need to be done. How does that sound to everyone?
That sounds good, but what are we going to have to do though in order to meet the government standards? Are they still going to expect all the sanitizing and all that stuff to be done? And like, what's going to be our protocol as far as what the government says?
Well, we'll talk about the, see, nobody's been in the building, right, since the fall. We will talk about the pandemic plan further down in the meeting. As long as they are going to stay 6 feet away from each other, if they're comfortable with that. If they would like to have masks, we'll supply them with that. And of course, we'll have all the cleaning products in there that they need. So,
Okay.
but the building will be closed. The building will be closed to the public. There will only be the two girls, and they don't have to work in the same building. We have 3 buildings there.
Well, you can have 10 people together. Fine.
That's right, you can, but
as long as they social distance. But we're going to have some sort of a list or something though for Cheryl that she's going to have to check off, that's saying that everything she's done, like she's doing all this the sanitizing every
Yes.
day and all the stuff that she has to do, that she
Right.
initials it and signs it, because we're going to have some sort of a verification as to what's going on. Eh?
yes, sure. Yeah, I think we have something similar to that now in place. Do we not, Linda?
Yeah, but it's going to have to be a lot more in depth than it is now.
Well, to a certain point,
There's not
Gladys.
that with, yeah, there's not that much extra with the cleaning protocols, honestly. As long as we're using, soap and water, clean soap and water, that kills the bacteria. And more to the point is we will not be open to the public. And by next year, when we do open to the public, the building will have been vacant and not accessed for more than 48 hours. So we will be completely fine. It'll be more about their own recognizance on how they're managing their workday.
Okay. Yeah, and so really the big thing is just to make sure that she's actually signing, initialing and signing off on all of that every day to cover us, right?
Absolutely. We have the cleaning sheet in there for them already. You're right. She would have to make sure that it is signed daily, or the
We
days
would
that
want
they
her initials
access,
beside
obviously.
each task also.
Right.
would
That's
think.
how I
Yes.
do it here at the camp. That's how I do it at the camp,
Right.
is that they have to fill each task as it is complete.
Yeah.
Okay,
But I think we did have that. I don't know. I know that I worked on that when we had Paul in there, that the girls were signing it off as they had to do it, because it just wasn't getting done. So I'm sure that that sheet is somewhere. I just don't know where it would be.
yeah, I'm sure it's in there in the office, and Cheryl probably knows where it is. And we know how.
Yep. If
thorough-
not, we'll quickly make it one. They're not hard.
Yes, okay. Okay, any more questions on that? So I think we'll have a motion as to the decision to close to the public for the year and bring in the manager and the one student with which we've got the grant for.
Yeah, and the motion would also include that we're expecting them to do the cataloging, because that's really the function that
that-
needs to be
Yes,
completed.
we're going to go on to that. We'll talk about that further down. So, but right now the motion is to bring in the manager and a student.
And then we're gonna talk about all the other stuff as it individually
right.
after.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. Well, Linda and I, when they come in, Linda and I will be there to meet them. And we can go over all of what we're expecting at that point.
But do we actually know what the government's expecting of us right now, though? Like, have you actually talked to somebody and know what we have to do and in order to be allowed to open?
Well, we're not opening to the public.
But
Correct.
we're still having people in there. There's still gonna be people in there.
There
They're
will be two
still our
percent.
staff.
Yes,
We're still responsible for them.
yeah, exactly. And then the cleaning, I think we just discussed that, did we not? We'll
The
have.
cleaning, you know.
That's right, the cleaning. So, it'll be like anything else. Somebody uses the bathroom, it's cleaned immediately after, because they will be sharing a bathroom in there. They share a kitchen, it'll be the same. We will go over that cleaning with them. We'll make sure they have all the products they need in there to clean.
Okay, but that's not my question. My question is what are we gonna have to do to satisfy the government that we're doing what we're supposed to do, though?
I don't
we
think
have
there's
to-
any protocol.
There-
I
there-
don't
there's-
believe there's any protocol.
Because we aren't opening to the public.
Okay,
It would be a whole different story if we were opening to the public.
That's
A whole
right. And we,
different story.
yes, we would have received
But-
that and we haven't.
okay,
So,
but we still have staff to be responsible for.
yeah, absolutely. Yes, absolutely. Yes. Okay. Anything else on that? So would somebody like to make the
Hi,
motion?
Carrie. Carrie
Oh,
just came on, Liz.
Hi, Carrie.
Okay, all right.
Hi.
Okay. Carrie, we just discussed opening without opening to the public. We're just going to bring in manager and one student that we've received a grant for. So we're about to make a motion on that. Not open to the public, manager and student to bring in. Do I have a firster?
I will. Linda.
Seconder?
I'll second it.
Okay. All right. And I will call the office tomorrow to get them to work on that. The other thing is, I'm just going to ask ASAP. So if they're coming in, because I think there may be a time limit on the grant. I'm not sure. Like it's X amount of weeks, but it might go from a certain time to and have an end date on it. So we'll find out about that. We'll have the office contact them. To me, it doesn't really matter as long as they get their hours in, whether they work Monday to Friday or Wednesday to Sunday. Does it make any difference to you guys?
No, I think they could set their own schedule, I would say.
Actually,
think
we
they-
could all, oh no, we have to have two there. I was gonna say, we could almost have them working separately, but we can't because we need to have two there, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Strike that
but it
moment.
has to- Manager
Yeah.
has to
Yeah.
be supervising the students.
Yeah.
So,
Okay,
okay. All right.
And even if they
so-
want to do 10-hour days or something, whatever they want to do.
they can
I
do
think
whatever
is
they
fine.
want, really, as long as they both agree.
Yes.
Yeah,
And I'll check.
right, yeah.
yes, Exactly. Exactly.
And we know,
Well-
obviously, we have to monitor it. We have to know what's going on, but
That's right.
yeah.
they can't just say, they can't do one thing today and something else tomorrow and do this week. They're gonna have to give us a plan for the whole time and so we know what's going on.
Yes. Yeah, well, I think
Right,
we'll give
yeah,
them the plan with what we're expecting. Like we need gardening done over there. We need, the big thing is the cataloging. Without being open to the public and without having to stop and go for tours and selling in the store, I would hope that a lot of cataloging could get done. My goal would be that it would be finished this summer, but we shall see. And Gladys, getting back to your concern, I mean, I will check with the office because they are all working in the office to see what their protocols are. And it'll be the same as the museum. Okay. They're just working together. So. Okay. So I'll work that out tomorrow. Okay, so business arising, we've just discussed the opening. We're not opening. We're only going to have the two girls in there. The cataloging is important. And did somebody have a, want to talk about the cataloging? No?
No, it's just that,
No,
that
it's
we want to
pretty
make sure that it's going to
straightforward.
get done.
Yes.
Yeah, and that we actually get a product at the end of the stint, that we don't have another year of, yeah, it's in progress. We want to
Yes.
see
Oh, no,
something.
no.
We're gonna
Yeah,
have to
we'll-
check on them every week and see what they've got done. There's gonna have to be follow-up on it every week to see what they've done, and otherwise we're not it's gonna end up like it was before.
Yes.
Exactly,
Linda and I,
yeah.
yes. Linda and I will do that. We'll take turns. As counselors, we'll take turns and get in there and do the follow-up and the progress weekly. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna move on to the budget. Of course, we're way under budget. We're not, we did pay for the lamps so far this year. The lamps in the church, which we discussed by purchasing last fall. And the walkway has been completed and the township has put grass seed and fixed the front up. So that's really all that's on the budget, other than the regular maintenance stuff, like hydro, bell, stuff like
Yeah.
that. So,
Yeah.
So there's really, that's about all I can tell you. That's the only two big major expenses that we've had this year, is the lights
Can
and
we
the.
just get in the minutes that we would like Cheryl to ensure that the ticket that says that the lights are on loan is removed and
Yes.
signed off?
Thank you for reminding me, Linda. So,
What's that
Cheryl.
called?
It's a loan form, so it's no longer a loan form. That's null and
Yeah.
void. We've purchased them. We own them now.
Right, so we need to get that signed off and make sure that it's not on the books anymore, because now that we
Yes.
purchased them, we don't challenge this later on if
That's right. Okay. Very good. All right. So that's, any questions on the budget?
Nope.
Okay. New business, we did renew our OMA membership. Now, they sent out packages, they called them like a welcome online package with all kinds of information. I just received it, so I forwarded it on to Brenda. If anybody would like copies, contact Brenda and she'll send you the copies, okay? I didn't read the whole thing yet. There was a lot to read, and my printer's not working, so it's a little difficult to read off the phone. The other thing is that we did receive the Canada Summer Job Program for the one student in the amount of $3,780. So we will hire the student that worked on that. If she's able to accept the position, we will offer her that position.
Another question, is this student, when she comes in, is she going to self-isolate before she goes into the office with Cheryl? Because she doesn't live
Well,
around here, does she?
Yes, she lives in North
but
Bay.
as long as she's
Where does she
socially
live?
distancing, it won't
In
matter.
North Bay.
Oh, she lives in North Bay. Okay, so that's not so
Yes.
bad then. Okay.
Yeah, no. Now, we may have to have another meeting. Maybe the two girls have got maybe they've got other jobs by now. We don't know. So, as I said, we will contact them and see what's going on there. Hopefully, they're both still available. Next thing to talk about is we should, for our next meeting, start thinking about a pandemic plan. If anybody has any ideas, you seem to have a lot, Gladys. You need to make points and notes, and we can discuss all of that at our next meeting and start working on that. It's not going to happen overnight. It's going to take us a little bit of time, but at least we'll have it ready for next spring when we open.
Okay, but we don't need any of that stuff before we do the.
No, we
actual-
do not now, because we're not open to the public. So we
Okay.
don't know what to expect. We may not need it, but this could happen 5 years down the road. We should have this plan in place for the
We don't
museum.
know, yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. But
Does
there's probably a
anybody else?
template out there, and I bet you Mary Heathman would probably be the one to be able to source that out for us if there was a template out there for
Yes,
a pandemic protocol for museums. I bet you she would be the one.
yes, okay. Well, we can look into that with her. She's usually the one that reads all the OMA info that they send us, so they may have one there for us.
Yeah.
Of course, it'll probably be geared for much bigger places, but we can downsize it to the way we need it for our small museum.
Yep.
Okay, do we have any other new business? Does anybody have anything that they want to bring up? No?
I don't think so.
Nope.
Okay, then I think we've discussed everything. I will call the office in the morning, give them the info that we want to bring manager and student in, and we'll go from there.
Okay.
And Brenda's gonna write minutes off the YouTube, right?
Yes, she's gonna watch the YouTube and she'll do the minutes from the YouTube. Okay.
Perfect.
If not, she'll
Okay.
be picking everybody's brain. I've got some notes here.
Well,
Okay.
we could go back in and watch the YouTube down the road though, can we not?
Yes,
no?
you should be able to. You should
Yeah,
be able to watch
absolutely.
it as of tomorrow. Yes. Yes. So, okay.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm going to suggest. Would somebody like to adjourn?
Before you do that, Liz, can I just mention something? It's
Yes.
Chris. I did email Jillian just now because I've been
Yes.
listening to your decisions.
Okay.
So I did email her and I copied you on the email to see when she would be available. Okay.
Oh, great.
Perfect.
Well, I'll call the office in the morning and have Charles call Cheryl.
Yes.
Okay. Good.
But I
Thank you,
knew
Chris.
I didn't have Jillian's contact information and I did. So I copied you and Charles on the email just so
Thank
that
you.
you can continue. Okay.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Okay. Okay. So we're going to adjourn. Would somebody like to adjourn?
I will.
I will.
Okay. Carrie and somebody, I don't know. I just saw Carrie's face pop up.
I
All
can.
right. We won't make our next museum meeting as of yet. We'll see how things are going. And Brenda will let you know when we're going to have our next meeting. Okay.
Okay.
Perfect.
Okay. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Thank you.
Good night.
Bye,
Okay,
guys.
bye-bye.
Bye.
Take care.
Cal.
I will end the meeting. It's okay, Gladys.